The purple deck has insane mill power, which led me to go 3-0 at my recent locals. Let me show you. Also, because I went undefeated, I won all of these. So I got a pack of the purple sleeves, the volume 2 and volume 1 promo packs, as well as getting one pack per win. So I will opening up all of these at the very end, so stay tuned. I recently went to locals and I played with my purple deck. I was pretty fortunate because my boxes had a ton of like purple support in it. And so I was able to build a pretty good purple deck right off the bat. Like, look, I got 3 wind archers and 2 poison mushrooms. And I think every box had at least 1 purple UR in it. So, yeah, I was pretty lucky with my purple pulls. Which is funny because purple is not really, or the mill isn't really the play style that I like. So let me back up. So the whole object of purple is basically to trash your opponent's cookies. So for instance, the poison mushroom cookie says on play you pay 1 and place all level 2 or lower cookies from both players' area to the trash. So what you're trying to do is basically force your opponent to have the board cleared. So you play cards like the poison mushroom to clear off their board, force them to play a cookie from their hand. And one of the ways that you can win is when your opponent cannot play any more cookies from their hand. And so far, right now, purple is the only color that can do that. So I wasn't too worried about defeating my opponent's cookies or trying to kill them or attack them. I was mainly focusing on, okay, how can I play my traps to deal damage that way? How can I play my traps to trash my opponent's cookies? How can I do my on-play effects as often as possible to remove cookies and such like that? Obviously, I would battle if it came down to it, but mainly I would save my support cards for on-play and trap and item cards. So, again, I was pretty fortunate with my pulls on that. And so it was actually, you know what? We had a really, really great turnout. So when I got there, there was 8 of us. And we kind of split off into 2 groups. 4 people played all starter decks. That was all they had. And then the other 4 people played constructed, so where you were able to build your own deck. And so I was in that area of people where I built my own deck. And it was, I played against friends with this game, and so I kind of know their play style. I know kind of how they're thinking, like the thought process, but these were brand new people. Oh, also with my friend, they're using my cards, and so I know what's in a deck. So me playing somebody else, I don't know what they have, and so that was like the hardest part to, okay, how many, cherry bombs do they run? How many of this cookie do they run? And so that was always like the nerve-wracking part, right? Going up against them. So I went up against a green player, and okay, so I said purple is the mill is not my favorite, right? Trashing things is not my favorite play style, but hey, you gotta work with what you pulled, and this is this is what I pulled. So there was a green player, and I feel like green is like my favorite play style, favorite color. I always go green. Speaking of green, I played a green starter deck sealed event the other day, and I'll link that video down below too, so you can watch that. But green is definitely more my play style. So the first player that I went up against was a green player, and he had a really, really good deck. every card synergized with each other, right? That's why I love green. Like everything combos well. He ended up having like a huge support board, like 10 plus cards in his support area, like early on. And I was so jealous and I was like, man, that's so cool. But yeah, so that was a really close battle. Wait, I got ahead of myself. Okay, so the first person I played up against, they were a red deck. And the red deck was really, really strong. Like, holy cow. They, I, I don't have a lot of URs or SRs for the red, so I don't actually know the power of red, but I heard it can go crazy. And her deck went crazy. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so there's that Ginger Brave UR red card that's like you tap two to give it like +2, and then they had their croissant cookie to give it more power. They had their stage card that gave it more power, and played an item card that gave it more power. It's nuts. So she ended up doing like 7 damage, and I had only 1 cookie left, and it was enough for her to win. But I was holding on to my trap card, and I was holding on to this one, the Hidden Warp Gate. So it says you spend 2 purple, place one of your opponent's cookies whose remaining HP is 2 or less into the trash. And the Ginger Brave UR has 2 HP. And so she used up all of her resources to do this massive 1 attack to me. I felt so bad. I played it and I trashed her Ginger Brave. She passed and then it was my turn. And I was able to secure the win on that one. Actually, I won that one because I kept trashing all of her cards and she was unable to play a cookie from her hand. So that's how I won that game. Okay, so my second game, that was the green deck, and that's where he had like his huge board, right? 10 plus cards. Like he had some amazing URs, really good synergy. Loved it. That one I won by making his breakpoint 10. But it was it was like back and forth. I was sweating, like, it was just a really cool experience. And then my last match was up against a blue deck. He told me that he did add in some cards, some blue cards, but for the most part, I would probably say like 70% of the deck was actually the starter deck cards. So I wanted that one because he didn't have any cookies to play. At one point, he played a card where he discarded 3 cards from his hand, put it in the trash, and he left him with no cards in hand. So then I just defeated his cookie, and he had no cards to respond with. So, but he told me that he actually didn't have any cookies in his hand anyway, so he was just trying to do something on his turn. So, which is fair. I mean, if you have no cookies in hand, whether you have 0 cards or 3 cards, if there's no cookies, there's no cookies. Yeah, so this was actually really fun. I can recognize that this is an expensive deck, right? We have so many Wind Archers, Poison Mushrooms, like so many good URs, some SRs. So I know that this is actually an expensive deck. So I would love to make deck profiles of like the budget-friendly deck, every color, and basically use rares or lower and have no URs, no SRs, unless it comes in the starter deck. So having the starter deck plus rares, uncommons, and common cards. No promos, nothing. So basically, if you were to go to your game store, see what's on the shelf, buy it, you can play it right out of the box. That's basically what I want to do. So look out for those videos, and I'm really excited. But until then, let's go into the deck profile. All right, so as I'm going through every card, I will be explaining the reasoning behind it, because I will say most, if not all, card actually has a purpose in this deck. Again, this deck isn't perfect, and there are some room for improvement, but I'm playing with what I got. So I'm starting off with 4 Fig Cookies. Now, Fig Cookie is only in here for the flip ability, which says draw 1 card from your deck. So if it was an HP, someone attacks it, you flip it over, oh, you get to draw a card. I noticed in this game there's not a lot of draw power, so you want to take it wherever you can get it, and Fig Cookie is a good one. If I happen to draw a Fig Cookie, I almost will never play it. I will never play it. It's too weak. 1 HP, level 1. The level 1's fine, but the 1 HP is brutal. And you doing 1 damage for 1, I would rather just put it in my support area and leave it there. So if I happen to draw him, he is my go-to instant first card I'm going to put down in my support area. Obviously, if you have no other option to play him, then you have to play him, but you most likely will have other cookies to play from your hand, and Fig Cookie is not one of them. Alright, my next one is the Pastry Cookie. It's a level 3, HP 3 cookie, and this one also is a flip, and I have 4 of these guys. Same thing like Fig Cookie, they're only in here for the draw power, and I have not played Pastry Cookie. Even though it's an okay attacker with okay HP, putting three in your break area that isn't really a worthwhile card. I'd rather put it in my support area to make it the best place this card could go. But if I do need a quick 3 damage, I will put it to play, but I don't like to actually keep him. I don't actually have to play him. The next and final flip card is my Space Donut. So this one says, discard 1 card. If your break area is level 3 or higher, place either one of your opponent's cookies that is level 2 or lower from the battle area, or 1 stage card from the stage area into the trash. I will never ever play him again, just like the other 2. He's only here for the flip ability or putting it in my support area. It is cool when you can pull it off when your break area is level 3 or higher and you use the ability. Unfortunately, I don't actually see him very often, so it seems like the times that I want him, I don't see him. And the times I do see him, I can't use it. All right, moving on to the item cards. We have I'm also running 3. 3 Space Cookies. Oh, sorry, Space Donut. It's actually weird because these are all cookies, but he's not a cookie. But you can still play him. So sometimes the wording is like, place a cookie from blah blah, grab a cookie from blah blah. But he's a donut. Does that count for that or no? Because you're gonna play him in the battle area where cookies go, but he's a donut. Okay, on to my items. We have the Forbidden Incantation. This is a level 2 purple. Place one of your purple level 1 cookies from your battle area into the trash. Select up to 1 of your opponent's cookies. That cookie receives 2 damage. So I love pairing this up with, again, only time that I ever play one of these level 1s is if I know I'm going to be playing my Forbidden Incantation, or it's going immediately into the trash so I can deal 2 damage. And what's great about the Forbidden Incantation is that it's not blockable. So it's not going to battle area, your opponent isn't playing a trap card, it's doing straight damage, which I realize in this game is so incredibly important because your opponent can't block it. Whereas if you're attacking, your opponent can block it. Oh, I'm playing 4 of them actually, not 2. I'm playing 4 of them. That's how much I love it. All right, on to my stages. I am playing one blue Dragon's Eye. This one says one purple. You place this in your stage area, and then on activate, you pay one purple, place this card into your trash, select up to one of your opponent's cookies. That cookie receives one damage. So I think if I were to replace some cards, this probably would be one of the first ones I replace. I do like doing one damage to your opponent when you need it, but I think there could be other better cards to play, so this one might be replaced once I get something a little bit better. But for now, it's in the deck. The next stage I'm playing is the Windswept Valley. This costs 2 purple. Place this on your stage area. When your opponent places a cookie from their battle area into the trash by an effect, rest this card. You can draw one card from your deck. So this one's really, really nice because that's all purple's wanting to do is place cards, place your opponent cookies into the trash. So that one's awesome. My trap cards, we have the Hidden Warp Gate. This one is 2 purple. Place one of your opponent's cookies whose remaining HP is 2 or less into the trash. And what's nice is that it says remaining, so it could have started out as a 6 HP cookie and you brought it down to 2 on your turn, and then you play your Hidden Warp Gate. So I never minded not killing my opponent because I knew I could get rid of it with this card. The next trap is the U Village Scroll. This one says 1 purple, select up to one of your opponent's cookies. During this turn, that cookie does 1 less damage. Then select up to 5 cards in your trash and do not have flip, return them into your deck and shuffle it. I probably would have replaced this one with something else as well. I just put it in here just for another trap card to try to stay alive one more turn. But I think if I were to get rid of a card, this one would also be another one. But for now, I am using 2 of them. My next trap is going to be the Forbidden Grimoire. This is a 1 purple, and it says place 1 level 1 cookie from your battle area into the trash. Select up to 1 of your opponent's cookies. During this battle, that cookie deals 3 less damage. So I play 2 of these. And my last trap is going to be the Abandoned Cloud Nest. This is 2 purple. If there are 15 or more cards in your trash, select up to 1 of your opponent's cookies. During this turn, that cookie deals -3 damage. So this one's really, really nice just to block all kinds of damage. I was using this card all the time. I always save this card. Make sure I always have it in my hand because blocking 3 damage is incredible. And you get 15 cards in your trash pretty quickly too, so I wasn't too worried about the first part of it. But yeah, so these are all of my flip, my trap, stage, and item cards. I will show you my cookies now. Starting off with our level 1s, we have an Angel Cookie. This one is a blocker, so this one says if you spend 1 purple, when one of your opponent's cookies attacks, you can redirect the attack to this cookie. So if you have 2 cookies out, you can spend 1 purple to have the damage that was going here and redirect it over here. It's okay. I didn't play this very often, so this was another card I would put into my support area because I didn't really want to play it. I wanted to play other cards before this one. But I do run 2. That's in here just in case if I need to actually block one of my bigger or more important cookies. The next level 1, I'm doing my Ninja Cookie. This is just a basic cookie. I played this one because it has 4 HP, so if I need something to like stall while I draw more cards, I will play him out just so I can hopefully last a turn or two, draw some cards in my hand, get some resources, play some support cards, and if he dies, okay, he's level 1, and I'll just go into the break area, so I'm not worried about it. So he's in here for that. If kind of late round, I probably won't end up playing him unless I have a trap card that says remove a level 1, and then do the rest of the effect. So he's in here for that too. But most time, if I'm not using him, I'll just put him in support area. He's a good card too. So he's kind of, so the Ninja Cookie is kind of versatile because it has, I will use it for multiple reasons. So I like him for that. And because of that, I play 4. My next level 1 is a Hydrangea Cookie. This one says, on play, select up to 3 cards from your trash that do not have a flip and return them to your deck and shuffle it. I don't play this card very often either, but she's in here if I do need some really important cards. I've also played her too kind of early on, just because again she's level 1, and if I play good trap cards or item cards, or maybe even a cookie, or if a cookie wasn't HP and they got flipped over to this card, I'll use her early just to kind of get those resources back into my deck, because I kind of do go through my deck a little bit quicker than other decks I've noticed. So with Hydrangea Cookie, I have 3. Let's put her up here. My next level 1 is a Yoga Cookie. She is only in here to get rid of my opponent's stages. So she says activate once per turn, spend 1 purple, discard 1 card, place one of your opponent's level 1 cookies from their battle area, or 1 stage card to the trash. For my opponents, a lot of times we're not playing a lot of level 1s or keeping them on the board. So her effect really is only in here just to get rid of the stage. So if I see her in my hand with no stage, she's kind of useless. I will put her in this board area, but sometimes if I know my opponent will play a stage, I will keep her in my hand just to be ready and like boom. My last level 1 that is not a SR or UR is my Twizzly Gummy Cookie. This one says activate 1 purple, place this cookie in the trash, select one of your opponent's cookies, that cookie receives 1 damage. So this is very nice to like deal 1 extra damage if you need it to. There's that 1 trap card that says if your opponent's cookie remaining HP is 2 or less, so this is a great card to get your opponent's cookie down to 1 or less. I'm going to skip all the URs and SRs and go straight into level 2. So level 2, we have the white chocolate cookie. This one says 1 purple, deal 1 damage, then can be used as purple. Okay, so any card that says can be used as whatever resource, basically that means you spend 1 resource, right? You tap it. If you want to tap and then you deal the damage. If you want to tap another purple, you would then use the remaining the effect. And this is effect damage versus attack damage. So the effect is if the attacked cookie is level 1, the cookie receives 1 damage. So this is a great card to try to get rid of your opponent's level 1s by doing 4 damage to it, which is awesome. Next we have 2 of the Kumio cookies. They're in here just because they're HP 4. If I need to stall a turn and get more cards in my hand, I will play her. But for the most part, they are just in here for, but oftentimes I will use them in my support area. All right, now onto the URs and SRs. Again, starting with level 1, we have my Starfruit Cookie, and she says on play, 1 purple. Other than this cookie, you can place 1 cookie. Place 1 purple cookie that is level 2 or lower from your battle area into the trash. If you did, place up to 1 of your opponent's cookies that is level 2 or lower from the battle area into the trash. So she's really good if you ever happen to have any of these random level 1 or 2 cookies. Maybe they have 1 HP left or 2 HP left. You can drop down your Starfruit cookie so you can get rid of it and make your opponent also get rid of their level 1 or level 2 cookies. Level 2s, we have 2 of the string gummy cookie. Skill, pay 2 purple. Place 1 of your opponent's level 2 or lower cookies from the battle area into, or 1 stage card into the trash. So another great card for removal. We have 2 of them. Next purple is the clotted cream cookie. On play, discard 1 card, place up to 1 of your opponent's level 1 cookies from the battle area into the trash. I actually don't use him very often, just because again, a lot of my opponents have not been playing level 1 cookies. So I don't really see him too often. He is nice with that 4 HP, but again, I don't actually see him too often. So there have been plenty of games where I just put him into the battle area or into the support area. So he might be another cookie that I might get rid of too if I get more cards and upgrade the deck again. Next we have 2 of the cream unicorn cookie, and they say on play, discard 1 card, return 1 purple card from your trash and put it into your hand. So she's nice because sometimes you want to replay a card, or if a good card was in her HP, then you can play her to get it right back into your hand. And then you can play your Starfruit cookie to bounce her into your trash if you wanted to. So good synergy there. That brings us to our level 3s. We have 2 of the Rye cookie. This is a starter deck card, and he is amazing. Oh man, if I get another purple starter deck, I'm running 4, because this card is crazy. This says, on play, 2 purple, place 1 of your opponent's cookies from the battle area into the trash. Doesn't matter low requirement, doesn't matter HP, you're just picking off their cookie and putting it into the trash. Awesome. Fantastic. Like, wow. Yes. So good. And it's 5 HP, so it's going to be around, hopefully, a few turns. The next one is our UR Poison Mushroom Cookie. And this one says, on play, 1 purple, place all level 2 or lower cookies from both players' battle areas into the trash. So this is nice for many reasons actually. So I played this card to get rid of anything that was level 2 or lower that had low HP into the trash. I then would play down another card that had like an on-play ability. So it freed up this spot, right? I played him, freed this spot up, played another cookie, did it on-play, did something crazy. Also too, if you have the resources, you want to make sure that you're attacking or using the ability of the card before you bounce it. So if you're using one of them, if you have the resources, attack first. And then play your poison mushroom cookie. That cookie that you just played, that cookie that you just attacked with or used a skill, put it to your trash. Again, only if you have the resources, but great combo. I have 2 of him. Amazing, fantastic card, so good. And my last level 3, is my Wind Archer cookie. And they say autoplay, place up to one of your opponent's level 3 cookies from the battle area into the trash. I misplayed this card so many times. I kept thinking it was level 3 or lower, but it's not. It's specifically only for level 3s. So I misplayed him very, very often. But once I started realizing what his ability said, I was like, all right, level 3, noted, got it. But his attack is 4 purple, and then you deal 4 damage. Then, if there are 15 or more cards in your trash, you deal 1 more damage. So he's dealing 5 damage. Crazy. He's so powerful. So powerful. And like I said, my boxes were so lucky to me with purple. So I got 3 of him. Alright, here are my packs that I won. Let's start off with volume number 1. I got the chestnut cookie. On play, select up to one of your opponent's cookies. That cookie receives 1 damage. Very nice. And onto pack volume 2. Ooh, I got the hero cookie. It's a purple card. Deal 1 damage. Then select up to 3 cookies from your trash that do not have a flip and return them to your deck and shuffle. Nice. And then my first pack, got a red pepper cookie, firecracker cookie, cheesecake cookie, sparkling cookie, alchemist cookie, almond cookie, Captain Ice cookie, prickly cacti glove, and my rare is a blackberry cookie. Pack 2. We got a walnut cookie, rockstar cookie, ginseng cookie, DJ cookie, white chocolate cookie, rose cookie, cookie malls, ancient forest luckstone. Ooh, SR, here we go. Latte cookie, on play, select up to 1 yellow. Sorry, on play, select up to 1 of your other cookies. That cookie gains +1 HP, very nice. And then for 3 yellow, deals 2 damage. Then if your break area is 5 or higher, deal 1 damage to your opponent's cookie. Very nice. Last pack, here we go. We got a devil cookie, a ice juggler cookie, prophet cookie, tiramisu cookie, pink chocolate cookie, cotton candy cookie, raspberry mousse cookie, forbidden incantation, and my rare is a hydrangea cookie. Sweet. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video and doing a recap for everyone. I do have locals twice a week that will be playing Cookie Run at 2 different stores. So I will definitely be making more videos on this, more deck profiles. Hopefully I can find someone to record with because gameplay videos are few and far between for North America. So I would love to make some videos as well. But in the meantime, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.